Beautiful people, what is good? It is your boy Limitless Mike. I'm back, and track season is in full effect. The indoor season is here. People are running fast, so it is time to watch some races. So we are going to be watching some of the top times in the men's 60 in the world. We are starting off with number 5, or it's basically tied for the number 4 fastest time, and this is one of the most interesting times and people. Actually, the two times that are tied for number 4 are very interesting and from somewhat random people. So we are going to start off with Jens Fernandez. This is a Cuban athlete. He's 23 years old, and he has the number 4, again, tied for number 4 fastest time in the world with a 6.48 60-meter dash. Let's get into it. I do have to mute their race because there's music over it. So I'm going to mute their race, but watch the far left of the screen. They're up and they're gone. And this guy is gone. Smashing. Really got up and just got out on them boys. He makes it look like he's not running against good competition, and just kind of looking around. This is overseas. I don't know exactly where this meet was, but this is overseas. This wasn't in America. Clearly this is in Italy, but he makes it just look so easy, or like he's running against people who aren't fast. But the people who he ran against, someone ran a 6'7", like second and third place. They were like 6'7", possibly high 6'6", but they're decent. But he ran a 6.48, which is just blowing him away. So that's why it looks so easy for him. He is, to me, kind of an unknown. I've never seen this guy before. I didn't see him run in college. It's not like he went to Texas A&M or some big school, or like he's doing that right now. No. He was at one point, before Noah Lyles and some other times, this was the fastest time in the world by someone who is relatively unknown. And just for reference, this was not one of those just fluke times. So in the final, boom, right there, he ran a 6.48. But in the prelims, he ran a 6.49. He's also ran a 6.52 and a 6.53 this indoor season. So he is doing it. You know, it's pretty certified. It wasn't just like a fluke or a timing error, anything like that. He's running fast consistently on different occasions. And outdoor, he has a 10.13 PR. A lot of 10-1s. He has 10.13s, 10.14s, 10.15s, all the way. He just has he's ran from 10.13 to 10.18. So a very, very, very consistent runner, in my opinion. And he'll definitely be somebody to watch because, again, we don't know anything about this guy, at least me. As a normal track fan, an average track fan, unless you're Cuban, you probably had no clue who this man was. But at one point, he was the fastest in the world, and then more people came in to take down some of his times. But that is Jens Fernandez, and that was the number 5, or tied for number 4 fastest time in the world. Now let's get to the next race.
In lane 5.
Now this next one is super cool to me. This one's kind of hits close to home. I live in the state of Washington, and this race took place in Spokane, Washington, which is not too far from where I went to college, and just an area that we would go to. We'd go to the mall downtown. Now, there is someone in this race who is basically, there's a guy who's going to run, and his name is Ray Wells. And in my opinion, he could have a Mike Rogers-esque year or career. This guy is just bouncing back from, he tore his Achilles, or he had some Achilles injuries a few years ago. He ran at Washington State. He ran high school track and field up in Seattle, and he was fast. State champion. This is just some small dude, but he has burners. And now he's back smashing it. He's representing his own track team. He's a track coach for his old high school, so it's just a good old feel-good story, in my opinion. Now let's get into the race.
Our forerunner of the resurgence in the Washington State sprint community here in Mason Lawyer. So 3 with associations to Washington State and 4 with associations to Grand Canyon.
And he is gone. I need to move myself so you can really see.
Lawyer just can't stay with him, but Lawyer with a good start of his own and a good close.
Hold on. We got to go back to that. Now, that is Ray Wells. He is in lane 4. He's that small guy. He's like in my opinion, watching this, it's like watching a male version of Shelly Ann Frazier. Someone who's physically and visually way smaller than everybody, but he don't matter because he's so explosive. He has like a viral video of him doing hurdle hops, and the guy can just flat out run. He can flat out run, and this was a 6.48 60-meter dash right here as well. I'm gonna stop talking for a second so we can just watch this again.
Here in Mason Lawyer.
But look at the form, look at the start.
State and 4 with associations to Grand Canyon.
Bang! Just gone.
Wells. Lawyer just can't stay with him, but Lawyer.
And he's running so fast that it almost looks like at the end it's like his form's kind of breaking down, like he's just lifting and he can't even control how much speed that he has. And yeah, it's just good in my opinion to see someone who I've watched run.
With a good start of his own.
It's just good to see someone who's I've watched run. He's coming back from injury. He's from the same state. We know some of the same people. We know some of the same coaches. He is a high school track and field coach as well. Like he coaches for Rainier Beach High School in Seattle. So it's just an all around good vibes, good video. So that is the number 4 fastest time in the world right now. And for the number 3 fastest 60-meter time in the world, we're actually going to head over to the college, to the, I would call them the young bucks, but some of these dudes, they're starting to seem like they're old. It feels like I've seen some of these guys running in college for too many years. Now, I get it. There's not too much money in professional track and field. So if you're getting a full ride scholarship, you're getting your education, stay in college. But now some of these dudes have been in here forever. But this is Terence Jones. He has a 6.4860. And this race, this is one of the fastest collegiate fields of all time. Now, it's not the fastest collegiate race of all time, but I think the average, there's a 6.48. There's some 6.5s in this run. And this is just one of the best collegiate fields. But let's get into Terence Jones. Hopefully I didn't call him Terrence Ross. Let's get into Terence Jones and Texas A&M. Again, a 6.47. He is Bahamian. We've seen him run on the international circuit. That guy as well, I can't think of his name, but he was blazing too. That's one of the fastest times in the world. Texas Tech is likely, they've been one of the best track and field programs just historically. They've been one of the best track and field programs and one of the best track and field sprint programs, but they've been having them dogs for some years, and definitely this year they're going to be someone to watch. Of course, injury is always a factor. Of course, eligibility, there's so many factors, but if you look at the performance list, Texas A&M has had some of the best sprinters, and they got some of the best sprinters. But again, that was a 6.48. And to me, one thing that's crazy about Terence Jones is, like, he has great form, but he doesn't have excellent or crazy form, in my opinion. Like, I don't know how to describe it. His left arm, it seems like he holds it a little high, but it's one of those things where it doesn't matter. We stress form. Form is so stressed in track and field. I feel like when you're young or when you're coming up, run like this, run like that. Nah, run fast. Don't worry about your form. Worry about running fast. And that is, in my opinion, is a good example. Someone else might be like, hey, he got excellent form. But to me, it just looks like he holds his left arm a little high and tight. But again, that's faster than I ever run. And that's faster than most people have ever run on this planet. All right. And now we got the number 1 and number 2 fastest times. And now both of these times are coming from the New Balance. They were both produced in the same race, and they're coming from the New Balance at the track meet. We got Fred Curley in this race, signed to Asics, got the glasses, got the shades, looking real swaggy, ready to do it. Up next, onto the track, we got Noah Lyles in the yellow. Some of these companies, especially whoever they're signed to, we need some red uniforms. We need to get these guys looking like the Flash. The yellow's cool, but we need more red uniforms. And someone else that you're going to have to watch is to the right of Noah Lyles, Ackeem Blake out of Jamaica, a young sprinter. He might be the one really waving the flag for Jamaica, for Jamrock. I don't know if he's related to Johan Blake. I do need to look that up. He might be related to Johan, and that might be why this guy is gassing, because definitely watch him in lane 3, watch lane 4, and low-key watch lane 5. Let's get into it. They're out. Blake is flying out of the blocks, but no, Lyles just reels him in. And again, that is the fastest time in the world. Noah Lyles ran a 6.44 in the 60. Ackeem Blake ran a 6.45. He is geeked up and gassed up. And Noah Lyles didn't have that good of a start. Fred Curley had a lot better start, and Ackeem Blake had an amazing start. But that dude is he's just too good. He's too fast. His closing speed is too good. So we'll have to watch and see if he continues in the rest of the indoor. I feel like Noah Lyles needs to go and try to get a little indoor championship. I don't know if he has pretty much, he doesn't have every outdoor championship because he doesn't have an Olympic 100 meters. He can go and try to get that this year, but he has a lot of outdoor gold medals. But if he doesn't have an indoor 60 or 200 meter dash gold medal, go ahead and just do that for fun. I know it's not going to give you the biggest clout. It's probably not going to pay you that much, but he should definitely go ahead and try to do that for fun. And again, Ackeem Blake is someone that we got to keep our eyes on. Ackeem Blake, because when it's all said and done, that boy this year might have some gold medals. He might be a sleeper in the 100. He might be a sleeper in the indoor 60. We don't know. Keep your eyes on Ackeem Blake. And shout out to Ray Wells. I hope Ray Wells makes it all the way to the Indoor World Championships. I hope this dude makes it to the Olympics. That is the video. If you like this, if you like track and field, subscribe to this channel, and we'll be back for more. Have a good day. Peace.